morning. I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church, right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And we have our familiar guest, the Reverend Dr. J.D. Roberts.
How are you doing, Pastor? Thank you for having me once again.
Hey, we have a good time, man.
We do, man.
People don't understand.
We
They look at us.
You know,
we CBS boys, man.
God has been so good to us. No matter what nobody say, what nobody claim, we have our own frames, and our frames is being thankful to what God has done in our lives and what we're doing to make a difference in other people's lives. And again, I want to commend you on taking this to a whole nother level.
Man, no, let me commend you, because what you do in the community, Pee Wee, is, you have taken SOC. How many years has it been?
22 years now.
22 years.
22
of
years.
Serving Jefferson County and the surrounding areas with SOC.
Yes.
Man, who can say something like that?
I don't know, but they'll be like me. They'll start with this gray hair that I'm getting on my head.
Hey, we all get a little gray, man. I'm trying to look.
I noticed that. I didn't want to say nothing at first. I wanted to talk about mine first, then talk about yours. Yeah.
So what's happening with SOC?
Well, man, SOC now have ventured out to an idea that was first an idea prayed about, bringing something back that we used to have when I was a kid in cafes. When I was a kid, you go down Gladys Street, they might have had 2 or 3 cafes, and in those cafes, they had nice music, they had an adult atmosphere, you didn't have no kids in there, bing, bing, bong, bong. No, everything was just smooth Johnny Taylor, you know, things of that nature.
Oh, you go way back, man. You can tell your age.
And, well, thanks a lot, Pastor. But what we did was, myself and the Richards, Mr. and Mrs. Richards, over at Richards Cafe, decided to come together and bring forth a place where we can go and dine, eat soul food, and after eating, have a place where you can listen to nice music. A lot of people like to swing out, but they don't want no club atmosphere.
Right.
They don't want to go to no club. Well, we don't have a club. We have a place where they can come out, have a nice soul food, or if they want grill, or if they want fried, we do it all.
Wow.
Matter of fact, we have ladies' night, which is every Friday night now, and from 6 to 8, all they have is specials.
Wow.
Any kind of food. If you want a combination, we got the combination for you. But we're doing that now to honor these ladies, because everything is directed around men, but nobody's giving the ladies, especially teachers. I'm inviting all the teachers to come out on every Friday. The ladies get in free until 10. There is a cover charge, but the key to it is the name. The name is the all-new Richards Cafe, Blues and Jazz, along with Save Our Children.
That is right there on the screen.
Because the proceeds that comes at the door goes to Save Our Children.
Wow. So now, when is this beginning?
It has already begun.
What?
It already begun, and now, like I said, we're going to do things. We're going to have door prizes. We get parties if you want to have a party. We have remodeled the place, stage. Oh, and I also, on Sunday evenings after church, after a basketball game or a football game or track or whatever the case may be, if someone want to just come and bring their wives and come in and listen to soft music and eat because they don't want to cook after church, we will make it happen.
Wow.
We will make it happen.
Now, and again, you said that the proceeds from the door is going to SOC to be able to benefit the young people.
Youth. That's the whole.
That's the whole purpose.
The whole purpose of us joining together was finding a way. Mr. Richards wanted to find a way that they cannot just give a one-time thing like when we do our banquets, our fundraiser, or when we have to go. They will be willing, or are willing, should I say, to help us every week with our everyday venture. See, SOC not only just help the children.
That's good.
But what we do is we help families as well. There's families that we go and buy groceries for. There's families that we see that needs clothes that we'll go buy clothes for them children.
Yeah.
So it's more than just that. People call us all the time for all different things, even for prayer. They call for all different things. Other organizations call us. So it ain't like we have a whole bunch of money, but what we have is a whole lot of faith.
That's it.
And by having the faith that we have, we have continued to press our way. The enemy is always going to be busy when you're doing God's work. And we've learned that. I know that. So what I try to do, Pastor, is keep my head not only above water, but my eyes on the prize.
Wow. And see, and that's what people need to understand about SOC, that this is not just a one-time event for you. Because, I mean, throughout the whole year, you have different things. You have back to school, giving clothes, supplies, things like that. You have a Thanksgiving drive where you give food away for families. Then around Christmas time, you're giving gifts away.
Food and gifts, yes. We are a pantry full of blessings.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
That's what we are. A pantry full of blessings.
I like that.
And the crazy
thing. Did you just make that up just then?
God just gave it to me. But the thing about it is that everybody has to understand that Save Our Children is about all the children.
Yeah.
We're not just about black children. We're not just about white children or
Hispanic, Asian.
Bruh, it don't matter. If we can help, we do. And it ain't many of us.
Yeah.
But like I said again, the enemy will kill, steal, and destroy the joy if we allow them to.
I was just thinking a second ago because last year or year before last, you have your banquet, a love for reading. And I remember one of the things that you had this event for these kids. You brought all these kids together, and you gave all of them books.
Yes.
Books and prizes, and and you fed them. I mean, and that was, if you could see the joy on their faces, those kids' faces.
Yes.
I mean, they were excited about receiving books.
See, what you just hit on is something that I hope this community listens to. Beaumont Independent School District is about our children. We cannot continue to shortchange our children and expect our children to grow up being the kind of citizens that everybody think they should be. You see, there's a clause in it that's stopping that growth. Now, the growth of BISD depends on the leadership of BISD. If you find a school district that's failing, you look at who you got leading that school leadership. That school district. And one of the things that I've learned, that if you have a leader that can't take advice from other leaders, you better check that leader, because that leader ain't a leader. It's a dictator in process. You see, because a dictator in process will never, ever, ever want no one else to have an idea that's better than theirs.
One of the things that I've been noticing, especially with talking to all the candidates that are running for public office, is that one of the areas that they talk about is having the kids, remain in our area, letting the best of our kids leave and they never come back. Well, see, when you make an investment in them, like SOC, they want to come back.
They do.
They want to come and participate. Why? Because somebody has shown an interest in them.
Yes.
And has put the resources behind them.
It's like this. You can take the smallest insect, the mosquito. As long as the mosquito know that you got blood in your arm,
he gonna bite you.
He's gonna be on that arm. But the minute you put a sleeve over that arm, and on top of that sleeve, you put a coat on that arm, that mosquito he go dance around to what? He find blood. Well, let me help you out. You see, the biggest problem we have today in our education, and this is J.D. Roberts' opinion, in our school district here in Beaumont, is that everybody don't believe in helping everybody else. When you take leadership that refused to take different organizations and different things that's helping the school, because see, an organization like mine really don't need BISD, but BISD do need us. You see, because we have the kids, whether they go to BISD, they go to Port Arthur, they go to Orange, they go to Vida, they go to Lumberton, because we don't discriminate on helping our children. And that's what they have to learn. Their administration, not all, but some have to learn that in order to get a loan, you got to get out of your comfort zone. Okay? You can't continue to tell me you love a child when you don't have a child. But just because you don't have a child don't mean you can't love a child. But they got it mixed up.
Yeah.
I would stay on that long, but that's a whole different topic. I'm getting into my counseling stage now. I'm getting to my counseling stage now.
But look, you know, we want to focus on what you're doing right now.
Let's focus on that. Excuse me, I was getting caught up.
There it is, right there.
I was getting caught up.
So again, so you have SOC connecting with Richard's Cafe.
Yes. I think one of the greatest things about that is that we're bringing back something that's been gone for so long, and that's called fellowship. Because the all-new Richard's Cafe, Blues and Jazz, along with SOC, offers everyone to come in. It's not a segregated place to eat, but it's a place where everybody can come, enjoy a good meal, sit down, and meet people. And I'm inviting all church folks that don't like clubbing, because we are not a club. Let me say that again, Pastor.
Yeah.
We are not a club. We're not on Saturdays. I'm not open on Saturdays, so you ain't got to worry about being able to wake up for church.
I was going to say, tell them what you told me.
That's right. We're open on Fridays, and we dedicating every Friday to the ladies. And the reason why, me personally, I don't think the ladies, the mothers, get enough credit for what all they do for us men.
Wow.
Even when they can't do, they do.
Yeah. Hey, look, I appreciate my wife.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
I think, Pastor, that what we're doing now is offering to the public a place that's not expensive. I think all the whole menu is $10 or less, with a couple of things that might be more, but $10 or less. And like I said, we will be giving the from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, which is basically dinner time.
Right.
We're giving specials from that time period.
And again, the most important thing, I believe, is the SOC part.
Yes, sir. I think that there, it speaks volumes about the Richards family.
It does.
You know, because they didn't have to do that. You know, they didn't have to open their doors and say, hey, look, we want to do more than just donate to you on your banquets or on your Reading and Love Matters things, or when you come by one. We want to do something continuously.
Right.
Now it's up to the people of this fine city and county and state to partake in what they're doing.
Yeah. But it says a lot about the Richards, but it also says a lot about the vision for the last 22 years of SOC.
Yes,
that
sir.
you have a track record of doing what you say you're going to do.
Yes, sir.
You know, with these kids. You know, save our children.
That's what it's all about.
Well, listen, I want to thank the Reverend Dr. J.D. Roberts for coming on today to talk to us about the SOC, what's happening with SOC. Hey, again, Let me put that information back on the screen. It's going to be Richard's Cafe, Blues and Jazz, along with SOC, on Friday nights from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock. The address is 1087 Magnolia Street, right here in the beautiful city of Beaumont, Texas. If you want to reach them, the contact numbers are 409-223-3995 or 409-651-8457. Again, 8427. I'm sorry.
27, my
right,
brother.
409-651-8427. Hey, brother.
And I like to, before we get off the air, I would like to personally invite you and your staff to come out on a Friday, and the food is on me.
That's it. You gonna put me on the spot
food,
like that.
The food is on me. Bring your beautiful wife. Maybe you can learn how to line dance or two-step or three-step or four-step or something.
Look. I'm going to just come get my plate.
That is wise, brother.
I'm going to come and get me a plate. I'm going to be peace. I'm out.
That is wise. That's a wise man talking.
Because look, I know the food going to be great.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it is great.
Yeah.
And not only on Fridays, but you can come by Mondays through Sunday.
Now hold up a second. Now, all you audience, y'all just heard him say, look, I come get my food. He going to take care of my food for me.
Yes, I did.
All right. Now, y'all heard him. Now, and if he doesn't take care of my food, I'm going to come right back here on what's happening in our neighborhood and tell y'all.
Let me say this. He and I started this.
Right.
We started this 3 years ago.
Just like this, over lunch.
Just talking. And we said, well, we need to come and let the people know what's happening in our neighborhood. So let me tell y'all what's happening in our neighborhood. Richards, the all-new Richards.
Put it back on the screen, Chef.
Cafe Blues and Jazz, along with SOC, will pay for not only Pastor Sharp and his wife, but his whole entire staff.
Woo, praise the Lord.
But they got to come this Friday.
No, I thought it was every Friday I get the.
I said this Friday.
Nah.
Okay. All right, Pastor, you win. The Lord say, we have not because we ask not.
That's right.
So with that being said, all you have to do is let me know you're in there and you got your food.
I got you. Well, listen, again, I want to thank the Reverend Dr. J.D. Roberts for coming and joining us today here on What's Happening in Our Neighborhood. Again, and thank you for joining us. And we will see you next time on our broadcast.